I ride slow through my city, cause I know how we get it. We grind hard for them digits. I just want more day in the life. One more day in the life. The life. The life.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is, pour yourself something to drink, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Listen, welcome to the NeverFold Pod, the show about dope people that do dope shit. Today, y'all see what's happening. Look what we got going on here. Thank you. You're welcome. You know what I mean? You're welcome. Welcome. I got Miss Deshaun, one of the biggest, not one of the biggest, the biggest hair boss on the East Coast. I'm blessed to have her. And Miss Saniyyah, who's had 9 lives, she's doing a little bit of any and everything. But she been in the hair game, been on television, music videos, fashion designer, model, stylist, celebrity stylist. She ain't a regular stylist, she's a celebrity stylist. But she been around the world twice and still around, which is a fun fact about Miss Saniyyah here, that we was just laughing about it. She was actually in my first video for Yeah, That's Us, Major Figures video. And it's funny because we like, damn, it was one scene, we like, Lava's 6'9", and we was like, we ain't never gonna find nobody tall enough to be in Lava. And then she just popped up. So how you ended up there?
It's so funny. I was walking down South Street and just a random person came up and was like, do I want to be in a music video? And this was years ago before, people was really doing videos. So, I thought it was Cap. I was just like, okay, like who? And they didn't give me any details, just told me where to show up.
Right.
I came, me and my mom, I don't know if you remember my mom, but came and then we had a good time.
No, it was, I
can't even remember how many years ago it was, but I had an amazing time. That was my first video. And then like from there, I did quite a few.
I was just like, yo, I don't know where y'all found these tall women at, but thank you.
Walking down South Street.
And I do remember your mom, because me and your mom was really like kicking it behind the scenes. She was telling me y'all had the hair salon and all of that stuff back then. So you've been in the hair business.
Yeah, since I was 11.
So it's dope. Deshaun, how do you get into the business?
Well, I don't know if people know this, but me and Saniyyah are blood cousins.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I'm a big cousin.
Yeah, she's the big cousin. Her dad and my mom are sisters and brothers, and I feel like it's in our family. Like my grandmom had a beautician license years ago that she used whenever she felt like using it. So I felt like it's just not, it's in us, and it was just something that I always was drawn to. Being raised, growing up inside her salon, being there overnight, it was just something that was just always embedded in me. So it was like 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit.
So it was like, if you're gonna push a hustle, then why not flip bundles?
Niggas, we've been taking penitentiary chances. We were selling the wrong bundles all this time. God damn.
My bundles, their bundles.
Oh my God. So you go from growing up in the salon, both of y'all basically grew up in salons, to being entrepreneurs and bosses in the hair business. How was that transition? Because everybody that do hair ain't a hair boss.
I think for me, it was something that came, it was just something that I was good at. I didn't know what my niche was, but one day I had a reflection. Actually, I worked for corporate America for several years.
Oh, shit.
I got fired, and I was like, what am I going to do next? And I just kind of sat and thought, and I'm like, what if I just did what I love? So me doing what I love and also incorporating what I knew, me being raised by men and just knowing how to hustle, and it been in me being around strong women and seeing them hustle. I'm like, why don't I incorporate this with that, with also just a natural, gift that I have as far as marketing. It just all came together and flowed naturally for me.
It's heavy. So Saniyyah, you graduate, you go from being in our video, but you done a million things, to now you was on TV. Yeah. So how does that happen?
I just think for me, even with like hair, I started doing hair when I was 11 years old. Like she said, it's in our family because I come up under my aunt. She's a hairstylist, so I worked in her salon at 11 years old. Got my own salon at 16, and from there just kind of took off. And I think what it really is just me always being ahead of the game. Like I've come up with a lot of hairdressers that from my era that kind of like fizzled out and faded out because you don't want to do nothing different. You don't want to learn nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're like just stuck in an era where, you know, nobody's really doing like, I mean, and there's a market for everything, but for me, I just feel like I always just want to be on my game. If it's something coming out new, I want to learn it. I want to dominate it. A lot of times, I mean, I'm good at a lot of things, so that's probably why I'm always into different shit. Like, you know, even with fashion. It's funny because I never wanted to be a stylist. I was friends with Meek, and when he got his, you know, I used to braid his hair. It started out for me braiding his hair. You know, he ain't never really had no style, so I would kind of tell him what to put on for his shows just before he got signed. So when he did get signed, you know, the label gave him a budget. He kind of one day and just called me and was like, you want to be my stylist? And I just was like, you know, I ain't really know how to be a stylist. I just knew fly shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this kind of should be easy a little bit. You know, I prefer to dress a man over a woman anytime. So he just kind of called and was like, you want to be my stylist? And then people seen his look, and it kind of evolved into other artists calling and reaching out for me to style them, and just different things. Like if it's something going on, I'm gonna want my hands in it. I'm always trying to, you know, further myself and chase a bag. So that's pretty much how I've been pretty much at the top of my game for over 30-something years.
Yeah, you've been moving and shaking. But look at us, man. We like some dumb ass shit. We don't know how to dress. The woman just put that shit on the hanger. Wear this, put this on. And we just, all right, you know what I mean?
It was hard too because, you know, like coming from like a guy from the streets that used to wear, you know, Levi's and a white tee, and it's like you coming with now that shit is in like skinny ass jeans, a coat. Right. It was hard to kind of get him to evolve, but when he seen people feeling his look, you know what I'm saying? It was like a tug of war with him trying to get him to wear shit, but you know, it's easy. I know what I want a man to look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing for me to style a man. Like I wouldn't want to style a female.
Right.
It's too much. You know, I'm on my period today, my stomach big, this big is too much. Like I don't like girls. So I style a man.
Most of the, I would prefer a woman style me also. Because I want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, who's really worried about looking good for the men?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? But so, you on reality TV, you on Basketball Wives. So you on a show. So, you know, I mean, those shows is a bunch of little goofy, dumb shit going on. So how was it maneuvering that?
Oh, well, it's funny because what I thought reality TV was, it ain't reality TV.
Right.
Because, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm like a real bitch. So when I went on the show, you know, that show had been on for maybe like 10 years or so. So I come up watching the show. I was a fan of the show. And the characters on the show, so I thought they were one way. So when I got casted to be on the show, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna probably get into it with her. I'm gonna probably, you know what I'm saying? So it was just so crazy going on the show. And the people that I thought I would hate, I ended up loving. The people I thought was real was fake. It's just like smoke and mirrors. And with me, it was a great experience. I can't take nothing from it, but it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So it would be, I had a fight on the show. And it was like, you know, going into it, you know, I was cool with the producers, and this is how I am. So if it's a situation, I know we got to get something done. So if I have an issue with you, and you know, we're about to film, I'm okay with you telling me, you know, they want us to do, because this should be staged, but it's not fake. You know what I'm saying? They'll put you in a situation, and however you react is how you react. So if I feel like me and you,
Vaseline on your face already.
yeah. So I'm like, you know, because for one, you know how we are. You're not about to make me look dumb. So I'm already got my guard up. So it was a situation where I put somebody on the show, like I introduced you to the producers, and then you go and try to backdoor me and thought that you was going to try to embarrass me or get one up on me, and it just wasn't like that. So when the situation arose, it was like soon as the cameras cut on, I was punching somebody in their face because what are we talking about? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then with me, I thought this is how it was, because you see the clips of everybody fighting and holding somebody back, and I'm like,
you're not about to hit
no, it's not even, I thought it was real. So when I actually went the fuck off on somebody, they're looking like, oh, she crazy. I'm like, well, what did y'all thought that was going to happen? I told y'all don't put me in a room with this person.
Oh, they
you know
thought
what I'm
it was
saying?
gonna
It's
be some
fake.
stage stuff.
Yeah. So if you look at the scene, I don't know if y'all want to cut to the scene, but if you look at the scene where
we
I'm
cut
fighting,
to it,
it was
'cause y'all be
on
cutting
site.
up.
If you say it's on site, it's on site. And you see the people that's supposed to be like the bullies of the crew looking for the people, they do the hold me back shit, and then they looking for the person to hold. I'm fighting. Like, I don't need nobody to hold me back. So it was just fake. Like, I didn't really like it. Like, they put you, and then there'd be a scene where we and her could be filming all for 8 hours. And they only show maybe like 10, 15 minutes of an episode.
Right.
And we could be having a great conversation, and I curse a lot. So if I just be like, cause bitch, something, they'll turn that into an argument. And you sitting back looking at the episode like, that never happened. So you know how you'll see somebody and be like, that never happened, but you looking at it like, I see you doing it, but the way that they cut that shit up, it's just crazy.
The truth ain't that fucking interesting.
Yeah. So I feel like if I would have stuck with it and maybe did another season, I probably would have grew to like it, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Fight that fucking body, you can't be on
But
that.
see, now, knowing this now, mentally,
go home.
I wouldn't have let them take me there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first season, I had my guard up. Like, season 2, I probably would have strategized a little more.
So when they put you in the little green room situations and they ask you, and they set y'all up to talk shit about each other.
Yeah, they do.
You was in there talking shit too.
Yeah, they do. Because this is what
But you was in there talking shit too, wasn't you?
Yeah, because this is what happened. Say, for instance, they'd be like, so what did you think about Spade when he said so-and-so? And they'd be like, I love him. Oh, my God, I haven't seen him in so long. And, he looked nice. And they'd be like, but what about his sneakers? Like, we didn't really... And I'd be like, they want drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then
sells.
it'll be, it sells. So it'll be like, I'm talking good about you for 45 minutes. And just because I didn't like your shoes, your shit, you got that shit on. But just, for instance, if I said anything bad about you, that's what would air. Yeah. And I didn't like it. Like, I really didn't. I came across as like a bitch, a bully, ghetto. Like, I didn't like it.
It wasn't for you. So would you
Great
ever do it?
opportunity, but not for me.
Would you ever do it, Deshaun?
I don't know. I don't even know if I have a personality for it because I'm real girly and prissy, but she know I'm crazy. I say what's coming to the top of my mind, and I
think you'd be great for
They love you.
because of that.
Yeah,
just
I
'cause
say
you gonna
what
say
comes
some
to
shit.
the top of my mind. Like, I have to, I can't, there's no rollback. And once it comes out, she knows, that's why she brings me out, because I'm going to say what comes to the top of my mind.
I might think it, she's going to say
It's amazing.
They need to take both of y'all.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No. Y'all being there rumbling, rolling on people, all types of
It's
shit.
amazing. It's a gift and a curse.
So,
it.
married? Either one of y'all married?
I am.
Oh, see? So how your husband feel?
I probably stress him. I know I stress him out because, again, I'm not controllable. At the end of the day, I feel like deep down inside, you can make that face, but I feel like...
No. I'm curious. That was my curiosity. I'm waiting for to see where this shit ends up.
I feel like men, at the end of the day, y'all... First of all, I feel like women, the way women love and their expectations of a relationship and what men expectations and what they want from a relationship is totally different. And I feel like the reason why people be so messed up is because they go into stuff thinking that people feel the same way they feel. It's not that the person might not love you, but I feel like everybody loves and look at things differently. And I definitely feel like that's for men and women. What women need and desire out of a relationship is totally different from what men need and desire out of a relationship. And I feel like when men marry somebody or like when they are with somebody that they really like, it's like, y'all are possessors, y'all men. So it's like, you have a nice car, you have a nice watch, you have a nice house. Your wife is also into that category. That's a part of your possession. And then to have that type of mentality comes some level of control. And I feel like all men want to control their woman at some level or degree. So I feel like for me,
This is some shit here.
I'm just not,
You're not controllable.
I'm not saying that I cannot submit or be submissive, but I feel like that's something that don't try to control me. Like, don't control me.
Can I interject?
No, wait. Listen. No, we don't want control. But it's some lines here.
Right,
The game is some lines.
Okay.
Don't cross none of these motherfucking lines and we good.
Okay, and
We good. Now, some guys are controlled. They want, where you at? What you doing? Why you doing?
Right.
Like, that's a breed of guys.
with not crossing some of those lines, but I feel like it has to be some things set in place for, if you want to control me within these lines, then I need to feel secure within these lines. And my level of security, and that's my level of security, not their level of security, not this level. But let me tell you what my level of security is so it can work out for the best for both of us.
But why? See. But y'all got some shit. Y'all got some lines too.
Exactly.
Women do too.
Conversation. So
But can control, see, y'all say controlling. What do y'all call it? What y'all do?
I'm not really controlling because if I feel secure, you could do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And I got your back. Yeah, I'm just saying because I know that I feel secure. Because if I feel secure, I feel like what you're doing is not a threat to me, no matter what, because I'm secure. So as long as I'm secure.
No, you secure because you know you doing the fuck you too. You like
No, not even that.
You ain't controllable.
No, that's not true, and that's not a part of control because I don't got to do me. As far as me getting money, as long as you don't have a problem with that, let me just,
Shit, no man had no problem with a woman that
yeah, so me getting money is the only thing for me.
Some men do.
I'm pretty boring. So as long as I can get money and live the lifestyle that I want to live, that I'm comfortable with, because I'm gonna do it with or without you.
Talk that shit.
So I mean that's true. So I'm gonna do it with or without you. That's my thing. I don't really do too much, but just don't embarrass me. Like let me feel secure.
That's it. The lines.
Yeah, as long
Men,
as
we got the same lines.
we can have these conversations. I don't need to be out. If I'm yours, I'm yours. I don't need to be nobody else's. Yeah. So I just need to be secure. Just secure me, baby, and I secure you. I will stay in this box.
Yeah, but them your lines. them your lines.
Yeah,
see, everybody lines is at a different distance.
That's why we got to have this conversation, and then I got to make sure that I'm comfortable and secure in your box. So as long as I'm comfortable and secure in your box, then I might get in that box. But if it's a little bit too tight.
But let's not define it as a box. Yeah. I don't like the word box either.
I know you said that because you said a square.
No, I'm just saying the perimeters. Let's have a boundary. Some boundaries. There are some boundaries. There are some boundaries, and some boundaries is like some shit is understood without having to be said.
Right. But you still need to explain it.
For sure.
And I feel like that's another thing with men. Y'all think that we can read y'all minds. But 9 times out of 10 we can a little bit, but we still want y'all to say it.
Ain't that a bitch?
Because y'all want us to say yes and not sure, right?
I mean, yes. And I'm happy, you know what I mean? But I'm like, as y'all talking, I'm listening. I'm like, oh shit, baby, I be doing some dumb ass shit. You know what I mean? Like I learned,
nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but it's like, somebody's perfect for you.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about boiling down to. Who can be inside your perimeters?
Yes. Perimeters, not the box, perimeters. So, you married, Cindy.
I'm not married, but I am in a relationship. For me, I'm not in a rush to be married. Like I don't really see the point of it because like a lot of the people I know that are married aren't happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not in a rush just to say my husband or my wedding, and like I don't know. Like I'm in a relationship. I'm happy. Things could be better, of course, but it's like I'm not one to always have to label something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not looking really to be
hard on the motherfucker. If you want these types of women, this is what's up. Like you gotta read the fine print.
And that's the thing too. Wait, real fast. I just feel like another thing too. Like I bring so much to the table. Like when you marry someone, like you are becoming one, and it's just like what you bringing. That's going. You know what I'm saying? Like make me want to like really
turn up.
Yeah, like I need somebody my boyfriend, my baby father. Like we have a great relationship.
About love.
Yeah, love, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna say that before when I asked, can I speak?
I've been married my whole life.
She's been married she's been in a relationship for 17 years, married 12. Oh. And what I always, we talk a lot, and I told her she's never had a hoe phase. Like you've never been a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So there could be some times where you may think it's something better out there. You don't know because you never experienced it. You only been with this one man. You know what I'm saying? So it could be rough dealing with somebody, that's been doing this, you know what I'm saying? It's just doing this one thing for so long, and then she's steady evolving. You know what I'm saying? And with that, it comes, different levels bring new devils. Yeah. So it could be stuff like you may be
That thing
thinking
is-
like,
that
you
thing
know
is
what I'm
like-
saying?
that
Like
thing
it's
is
rough.
a
Like
war
you,
zone.
you never know.
strong,
You could be
so-
feeling like.
Stay strong. I know the feeling.
That's my cuz. I love him to
But-
death.
One of them.
But you
Like,
never
stay
know.
strong.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
You
you.
just said-
You
but
could be
listen.
thinking that it's something better out there, but it's.
Yeah,
It
and
could
I
be,
don't-
and it could,
Yeah,
and
I don't
it just may not
necessarily
be.
would, you know, think that for me. I think, you know, I never had a whole face because I never desired that. I was just talking to my high
That's
school
it.
friends about that. We went out and they was
been
just like,
vanilla her whole life.
I mean, I get a little bit.
Saniyyah hard on the motherfucker.
You know, I get, you know, I
She
get,
even up there,
I
so-
like, you know, I mean,
No, for real, she's a good girl.
yeah, but
she's a good girl.
But I have my fun, and you know, I'm me. But at the same time, I just never desired that life. I would just went out to eat with my high school friends, and you know, they was like, you know, my 20s, you know, I had fun in my 20s, and I had fun when I was in high school and stuff too. I just never that just never was for me, you know, and it's still not for me. But I just know what I like. But I'm just one of them people. I'm very, you know, passionate. I'm very, you know, aggressive about my goals and things like that. And, you know, I need to be surrounded around that type of energy
sure,
at all
for sure.
times. Not saying that I'm not, but, you know, that's just that excites me. You know, that's hoe for me. Like, I want to tear the money. I want to get to the money, you know. You know, that excites me. I don't give a fuck about dick. Excuse my French. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, show me the money. That turns me on. Point me in the direction.
So,
You know, so.
Before you shoot your shot, if you ain't even in that league, go ahead, fall back, hit your head on something sharp. Relax, man. It ain't that real. It ain't that serious. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You slide up, they got millionaires selling the hair and shit. NeverFold luxury extensions coming soon. I don't even know what that is, but I don't know. I'm gonna get me some.
It sounds good.
Yeah, God damn, I never imagined that it would be like so much money. You remember back when I was young, like a woman, your grandma wear a wig, like that was like, we
yeah,
bust
that
on
was-
each other like that.
yeah,
They had extensions, now it's everybody
I
wears.
would say one thing. During the pandemic, I'm not gonna lie, like when Corona first hit and you know it was shutting shit down, I was so scared because with me, if I don't work, I don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, because I'm an active stylist, I still sell hair, I do hair, you know, I still work. But when, you know, they was having lockdowns and all this other shit, so I was nervous. And that is the most money I've ever made in my whole career. It's during the pandemic. And I have friends that witnessed it, you know what I'm saying, make 6 figures in a month. And they're like, during a shutdown, a pandemic, people still wanted to look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck they was going because we couldn't go nowhere. Exactly. But that kind of encouraged like some of my friends really too. I have a friend that quit her job, went to esthetician school. She's about to start working with me now. She's just like, I've never in a million years would have imagined, you know, like the beauty industry is.
But that was one of my main motivations. Like for me working in corporate America, you know, for me getting my hair done every week or every 2 weeks, and my husband like, why is it $300? You know, being charged to the card for beauty something, and that wasn't just for the install. That was for just going to the hair store getting hair. So it's like,
Hair was cheap.
yeah, that's like if someone, you know, I knew what I was paying just to get my hair done, and so that was just motivation for me. And it's not even just black women, you know, it's like,
it's everywhere.
yeah,
The beauty
women,
industry.
yeah, the beauty industry,
Yeah,
but it's
it's-
gonna pay for beauty.
Yeah, to the end of time, that's never going to stop. It's
Makeup,
never.
like I have a couple of friends that sell makeup, like they killing it.
Yeah.
And that was like, I mean, maybe even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like black cosmetic lines were like non-existent. We were so busy trying to get down with Maybelline and Revlon, and I'm so glad to see black women like, nah, we gonna start our own
For
stuff.
a minute, it's like when you go to school, you know, what they teach you in school and what you need to know in real life. Like me and my husband disagree on this all the time because he's like a book person, go to college, and I don't have nothing against that, but I think you need to have common sense and really know what's going on because half of the stuff that you learn in school is not really applicable to real life.
At all.
It's not really applicable
None of
at
it
all,
really.
and they don't want to teach us that. Like they need to have an entrepreneurship school, you know, especially for us because we grow up and we're taught that this is what we're supposed to be because they want to keep us right there. You know, you're supposed to go get a 9 to 5. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. But that's not really what they do. And it's like I had to have a reflection. Like if once I hear stories like about Steve Jobs or about like Ralph Lauren, like if they can do it, why can't I? Like God is no respecter of person. So if they can do the same thing The same way Amazon was built with the same way any corporation is built. So if they can do it and you follow that blueprint, you could do it too. Like, but they don't want to teach us that.
Of course, because you gotta always never forget that we were brought here for servitude. We wasn't brought here to be equal. We were brought here. So the structure is always going to be to direct us that way, to always be servitude, whether it's a $200 a week job or a $200,000 a year job. It's still servitude to something, and they're always going to try to structure it that way. If you don't see, everybody, like you said, some people walk into Ralph Lauren and say, "I love that hoodie." Some people walk in there and say, "I can make that hoodie too."
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So it's just the mentality of the person sometimes. You know,
And that's the hard part, breaking through that mentality, because like she said, like, you know, I know from just making more money and just being around different people, conversations are different. But then sometimes you can have a conversation with somebody and it's like the mentality that they're on is like, come on now.
Yeah.
But, you know, and it pains my heart because I want us all really to grow.
well, the beauty of it, like y'all and generations, now we got a little smarter and start doing other things and thinking about ownership and having businesses and doing other things. The things that gave others advantages over us is we never had that safety net. See, other races, they got a safety net. They can take a chance and fail and come back.
Right.
The family still got money. They still own them stores, that family business they own. So they could go out and take a few chances and learn and take their lumps because they always got the family business to fall back on. We didn't come up like that. So I think some of the stuff people be scared to take chances.
With me, what I'm doing now is creating a future for my son.
Right.
Because, you know, I had a baby late. I had a baby at 41. I'm 44. So he's 2. And, you know, I come up in the streets, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've done hair, I've done other things. Like, you know, I've always been hustling at some point. His father's been in and out of jail. Like, he's in jail now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this will be his last time.
Free my guy.
But it's just, like, I don't want that for my son.
Right.
And we've never, you know, like, and not for nothing, like, I was raised with both parents in a household, like, great mother and father. Done everything for me. I was spoiled. Like, I never wanted for anything. But at the same time, I wasn't set up for anything either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, my son already is multi. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have properties, businesses. I pay thousands of dollars a month for his savings, like 11 grand a month for my son's savings. He's 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to be, when he turned 18, you could do what you want to do. You could go to college. I'm not, again, like, I don't, I'm not going to force college on him because I never went to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to trade school and still became multi. So, you know what I'm saying? But just for my son, like, I just don't want him to have to go through what his parents went through.
Right.
You know, and it's like, I've put my sister, you know, I have a younger sister. She's doing the same thing for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to give these kids, these male kids, a different opportunity than, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like when you turn 18, even if they go to college, you go to college and then you just in debt.
Yeah.
You know, and then 9 times out of 10, you're not even going to do what you went to school for. So it's like you hustling to pay this debt off. And, you know, like, I don't want that for my child. So that's another thing, too, is breaking generational curses and giving our kids something that they can be great with. Like, my son's going to be cool. You know, and a lot of people don't have those opportunities. I don't want him to hustle. Like, you don't have to hustle.
The flip side to that is, because I have 4 kids, and they're a little bit older than her kids. My youngest is 6, but the flip side to it is having them set up and having them with the different advantages and then different activities and classes, and knowing that they have things waiting for them to get to a certain age that they'll be able to touch is, sometimes I do regret the upbringing that I had, like growing up in Chester, because that's what really put that drive in, you know, that hustle in me, because I wanted better, because I knew what was in front of me. And I was like, this can't be my life.
Yeah,
you know, I can't be here forever.
Yeah, this ain't
like,
the last
you know,
stop.
some people never been to the beach. Like, this can't be me, guys. So that's what put the burn in me to hustle. But my kids, you know, I feel like they have it in them, but they have it in them a different way. But it's like, I still want them to have that culture and be cultivated, because you need to have that.
They ain't gonna have what you have, because they ain't grew up in Chester like you. They ain't gonna have that.
They don't know what it's like to have a corner store. They don't know what it's like to walk. They don't know what it's like to walk through, you know, a shootout, you know, whatever like that. They don't know what it's like.
Which is the beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, I know that struggle births something beautiful.
Different, for sure.
It does.
For sure. I mean, it's sad that we all end up having to flourish through chaos. You know what I mean?
That's a diamond.
Yeah, we all like roses that come through concrete. Like we all like that because it's hard to survive.
My son to come up with having money and just be a dickhead. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still want him to, like she said, you need
Still
that.
gotta earn it, my
Yeah,
guy.
you still need that in you. Because like common sense is better than
Yeah.
anything in a book for me.
Because if they don't have that structure, even if you give them the money, they ain't gonna keep
you
it.
ain't gonna know what to do with it. So
Yeah,
you still
they
gotta
ain't
bring
gonna
them up.
It's like, you know, it's more. And then if you look at it, just like, you know, a lot of rich people we know and their kids, it's like,
Yeah, their kids hate them. They gave their kids everything in life and they still be upset.
Yeah.
So you 40. How does it feel to be chasing around a 2-year-old?
Oh my God. You know what's so crazy? I feel like God played a
crazy.
joke on me. It's just like,
At least you stand, you
I mean, and I'm not for nothing. I feel like it's the best thing that could have happened for me because I've been pregnant before. So I just feel like God was just like, okay, you wanted to fucking wait, but I got something for you. So, you know, but not for nothing. It was a blessing because it changed my mindset. It changed everything about me. You know, before I would be, you know, I was single. I ain't had nothing going on, so I would just be buying shit, jewelry, just flashing, you know, trying to be flashy. Now I have built a future for me and my kid.
And you still got some nice shit.
And still able to do that, you know? So he created something in me that been there, but I never really tapped into it because I didn't have nobody depending on me, like looking up to me, like, you know, so it was a blessing. It was definitely a blessing.
she had a boy. She don't
give me a
realize that's
run
how
for my
all
money.
boys are.
Oh my
My
God.
son used to jump down the steps with like makeup capes and stuff on. And
Oh my God.
it was nothing down there, just
But
him
you wasn't
and then a
40,
broken leg
you
when he
wasn't
got
44,
down there.
bro. You wasn't 44, bro.
So how was your oldest?
My oldest is 20.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a teen mom.
I saw
They got me young. I just got locked in young.
Hey, listen, hey. But look, listen, you didn't let it slow. Some people let that slow them down, and that be their excuse why they don't succeed. See, this is an example. She was a teen mom,
High
and
school mom.
she had a vision, and she grinded it out.
Yeah.
You know, that's what matters. Yeah, there's no excuses.
Like you said, that was a part of my reason. I just needed to, you know, any circumstances or situation that I ever been in, I just knew it had to be better. You know, I mean, even growing up, like, you know, I was subjected to, you know, molestation and things like that. And I remember my mom taking me to like a group, you know, dealing with other girls that went through stuff like that. And it was like girls in there that was older than me, and they'd be like, then I went to a party and then Johnny did it to me. And then when I went there, you know, this person did it to me. And not to like shame or shame them, but my perception and my mentality was different. I was just like, nah, God, like this can't happen to me again. I always looked at myself, no matter what circumstance or situation I put in, was like, I'm going to be a victor. I'm going to be a victorious. I never want to be a victim.
For sure.
Like I need to overcome whatever you put me through.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that situation affected how you view men?
I don't think it affected how I view men, but it made me aware to, I think, things that other people are not aware to, me particularly. So like, you know, I learned how to watch my surroundings. You know, I know how to read body language, you know, I feel like, you know, I know how to deal with the temperament of things. So different things like that, it made me aware too, but I don't think I ever projected it where it was more a situation where I were afraid of people or I thought all people were the same. I just knew that if I got a vibe or a sense of something where I shouldn't be, it more so was I'm very much so Barbie and girly, but I never was dumb. But at the same time, it still gave me advancement that if I needed to play dumb, I knew what I needed to do. So I feel like for me, it just gave me more a sense of awareness of how the world is, which a lot of people don't know or are aware about.
Shout out to hubby, man, because this one here, she just said she body analyzed this one here. Shout out to hubby,
That's
man.
what also helped me that's what helped me really well with my business and why it
no
succeeded,
doubt.
because it's a mentality. And once you understand the psychology of people when it comes to buying and how people operate, then, you know, you can conquer anything.
That was heavy. That was heavy because it is
Yeah.
it is a science to it, and it really is a lot of, you know, that's why some people become successful and some people don't. It's really, they don't pay attention to the fine details. Now, I don't know motherfuckers can read bodies and all that, but, you know, you got some old other shit going on. So what's next? Saniyyah, what's next for you?
Right now, I'm at a point where I feel like I've been working all my life. I love hair. I mean, I still love what I do, but I just feel like now I'm older. Like I gave pretty much all I can give to that industry. I still want to be in it, but now I kind of just want to make money in my sleep. Like I don't want to have to physically get up and go to work.
Time
like
for
you know,
money,
I'm tired. Like I'm really tired of. I'm down to 3 days a week now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so you know, I want to be home with my son more. You know, he's 2, and you know, now it's just branching out. It's so many other ways of making money that I don't have to keep doing. You know, the same thing. I don't want to be 60-something years old, still going to work, like taking appointments. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna give myself maybe like a year or so, and then I'm done.
The life you want is out there. You just got to work for it.
Yeah.
Look at her. She 3 days a week. She ready to go lay on the beach with a 2-year-old. She got all type of shit going on. Deshaun, you, what's next?
Definitely more e-commerce and other avenues to make money. Like she said, it's a beautiful thing to make money in your sleep. And, you know, just have the production there to be able to move it. Definitely real estate, things of that sort. And then, like I said, more so setting my kids up mentally to be able to handle, you know, where I want to pass down to them. Because, like, for me, you know, it pains me when I see like a Black-owned business that shuts down or closes, or it just stops with them. You know, God forbid that. Like even when Madam C.J. Walker, she did all of that, and she was just an icon for us. For me to be able in the situation I am, but her business is not the same it was when she was alive. So I want to not just pass my kids down the wealth and the, you know, the spoils of what I did. I want to pass them down the mentality. If at least not one of them, all of them, at least one of them, which I do know it is one of them that definitely has it. But yeah, you got to have, because entrepreneurship is 1,000% mental. I mean, any type of game, when you're just selling anything. And I mean, it's 1,000% mental. You know, that's anything. Selling drugs or whatever is definitely 1,000%.
No.
I mean, not saying that you need to do
I
that.
understand what you're
Like,
saying.
yeah, but you know, I would take advice from somebody, you know, in the street over anybody professor any day, because it's 1,000% mental. You know, as long as you have the mentality to hustle, no matter what that hustle is, you can hustle, but it's definitely a mentality.
Listen, the body reader over here, she be on some stuff. Got one more thing before I let y'all go.
Not the body reader.
The body reader. Shout out to hubby. This is the last segment of the show before I let y'all leave out of here. It's called Pull Your Card. So what you gonna do? You're gonna pull a card. You pull a heart, I'm gonna ask you a random question about love. Pull a diamond, I'm gonna ask you to give the people some great advice, or some great advice somebody gave you, because jewels we're not supposed to keep them to ourselves, we're supposed to share them with everybody. Pull a club, I'm gonna ask you about the greatest party, club, vacation, wherever you ever been to, which I know y'all done enjoy. No, you've been married since you was 2. Yeah. So,
Last week we went out.
Yeah. So they'll probably ask you answer that one. You pull a spade, I'm gonna ask you a random spade question.
Okay.
So good? You got it? You ready to pull your card? Good. Just pull one. Just pick a random one. Don't show it yet. Pull one.
This would be mine. Let me see.
Come on, Sean, what you got? A dime. Come on, listen.
So fitting.
You really like, you out here doing some stuff. Like, come on, drop some down these little Black girls out here, yo.
If any jewel that I would take, if any jewel I would leave you to take is whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you think that you're going through, that you feel like is your biggest struggle, is actually your breakthrough. You need to body up all that you're going through, put it in a package, and then sell it. Because one thing I know is that the game is not supposed to be told, it's supposed to be sold. So whatever you're going through is for you to sell.
Don't get that shit away. Put it in a package and sell it. And if you lie to her, she's going to read your body. So don't try to lie to her. She's reading you the whole time she's talking to you. She didn't read me. When the camera go off, I'm going to ask her what the fuck my shoulder just said. When the camera go off. I'm going to wait for the camera to go off. All right, what you got with it, Mr. Nick? Oh! When you on Basketball Wives, I know you got into a rumble. Who did you actually hate the worst on the show? Who did you really want to fight?
Evelyn. Because all right, so here's the thing. Going into it, I thought me and Tammy was going to get into it. I didn't like Tammy because I felt like she was a bully. And I felt like she had her picks. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, she ain't going to do that with me. Like, you know what I mean? But she ended up being cool. I didn't like Jackie. I thought she was crazy, but she ended up being cool. But Evelyn, I really had admiration for. I thought she was the cool one and thorough and ended up to be just a clown. You know? So nothing like what they portray. Nothing like that. So I really hope that, but she avoided me throughout the show, so I ain't had an opportunity.
Stay out of her ways, Evelyn, because she still act like she still want to fight you. That shit was how many years ago? Leave Evelyn alone. Leave her alone.
But you know,
Yeah, leave her alone.
that's who I would have wanted.
Yo, this one is crazy. See? This is only on the NeverFold Pod. You see the type shit you gonna get here? You got the body reader and the boxer. And they cousins. Ain't that some shit? She gonna read you, she gonna steal you.
Fight too, so yeah.
Oh, you fight too, huh? Where you from Chester?
Our grandmom had 11 kids.
Yeah.
So listen,
We all go.
listen, look. Chase your dreams, man. Little brown and black girls. Look, you can be. You can be. Just work hard for it. I mean, you know, you had teen moms, you had an older mom. You can't let nothing distract you. You gotta just keep working. You gotta keep going. They come from it. You know what I mean? If you're not familiar with Chester, they come from it.
And then we can make it. Another thing too, I want to tell for my older women, because you know I'm an auntie now. I'm 44, and I just want people of an older age to, you know, like it's still hope for you. Like you can evolve and you can do something else. Like the aunties is popping.
Listen, the unks is
The aunties is popping. Like come on now. Like I've been doing hair 33 years now. You can evolve.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta lay down and die. Like get up and get some hustle about yourself. Like don't let age be a factor.
Get up, wake up, get to yours, fellas. Y'all out there. We've been selling the wrong bundles for 20 years. If you've been out there for 10 years, yes. If you've been out,
Make sure they there.
yes. Make sure it's all there. Listen, if you've been out there for 10 years and you still got a 95 Taurus with a dent in the door, do something else. Yeah, they running around doing all types of shit and they selling hair and you ain't got to look over your shoulder, your left or your right shoulder. You can just live your life and enjoy it. But it's not, you know, people used to always tell me, well, and one of my old ways, he said, man, success is for anybody, but it's not for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're not willing to make the sacrifices that it takes. Because y'all telling all the stories of the glamour, you know, and how it is. Now they see this.
Yeah.
They see this, but they don't see the grind, them tough days when you first was starting a business. And
Still, it's the higher you get, you know.
Yes, another
the harder
level.
it get, yeah.
But the
It's
people,
a different fight.
was your family really like, I meant to ask you this, was your family really like supportive of y'all? Because sometimes your family be the first people that kill your dreams.
Certain people, certain people were supportive. Then I had certain people tell me like, "You're dumb. You need to go back and do a 9 to 5. Like that's so."
Yeah, because you was
stupid."
corporate, so I know they
Yeah,
was
they
telling
was
you. I
saying
know
that
somebody
every
said that
person
to you.
can't fathom
But
Keep a
that,
job.
yeah, but
Yes.
the hustle. Here's the thing: it's not what they say. It's not on you. It's in you.
For sure.
No, it's not on you. It's not
Yes.
on you, it's in you.
So when I was at corporate America, I was like one of the best people there in the area that I worked in collections, to the point that they had to give me my own team by
Right.
region. So I was always about, if you give me a goal, if you sit me down and you say, if you do this, and that, then this is what is achievable. You don't got to tell me how to do it, but you just need to let me know that it's achievable. That's all I need to be able to see. So I always was that type of person that went after what I wanted. I just needed to be put in the right direction, and I had enough common sense that it wasn't working for somebody else.
Right.
So, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know people that succeed in working in corporate. We have people in our family that are lawyers and doctors. You know, they're around the same age. It's just that you have to know what you want and then go after it, and then surround yourself around that. If you know you want to be a lawyer, then you need to be surrounded around other people
lawyers,
that
for
are
sure.
in that area. If you know that you want to be in this, then surround yourself around that, because, you know, connection, you know, elevates you. You could teach me something, I could teach you something. So it's all about being connected and just knowing what you want and not being afraid to go after it. But of course, people are going to tell you you can't do it. There's always going to be naysayers. But at the end of the day, you have to be that type of person that use that as gas.
You heard what Deshaun said.
Fuck that job. Go get your, no. Don't quit your job without now she had a plan. Don't quit your job without the plan part. See, she ain't tell you, that's the part she left. She had a plan. She like, don't quit your job and don't have nothing else.
Definitely have a plan.
Please, would you? Thank you.
Yeah, I want him to come here like Spade O.
Yeah, Spade O. That little girl was on there and told me to quit my job. She had a baby at 41. I can do it.
Yeah.
Sis.
Told me I'm an auntie.
Yeah.
Now you back in the street.
Yes. Yeah, don't get given back to the streets. Fucking with Saniyyah and Deshaun. Deshaun is married. You listen, she's been married, been with her man, like she's happy. She got a whole family. You know, Saniyyah got a 2-year-old. Don't get crazy. You like that meme a couple years ago, you was a cool auntie with the fur, with the glasses and shit with no kids.
That's what I did on Valentine's Day.
Well,
Watch the kids. Like,
oh,
I'm
shit.
become that auntie.
Oh, now you the cool auntie, everybody can go for her crib.
Yeah, now they dropping the kids off to me on Valentine's Day because they know I'm in the house.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Life come at you fast.
I swear I was going to say the same shit. I was saying life come at you quick. I swear I was going to say the same exact shit as I was about to say. But listen, this was a great interview. I had a great time with y'all. It was just like a bid. It was more like a bid than an interview. But no, I learned a lot. I'm just saying, listening to y'all, and I'm like, yo, because to be honest, the women, like the sisters, like y'all really women, and y'all winning. And I believe the black woman is the most powerful being on earth. Because without y'all, we ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Really, real shit. You know, for me, through the trials and tribulations and the shit I've been through in my life, man. In my toughest times, it was always a black woman there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, sometimes we be a little hard on y'all as men and we don't salute y'all enough. So we always gotta let that be known. You know what I mean? Because as much as y'all y'all still black women. You know what I mean? And we need y'all. So
We need y'all.
let them know. Let them know. Let them know that, listen, you got a beautiful black woman in your life, any woman. Let them know you need them.
Yeah.
Because you do. On your worst days, it's going to be the black woman's going to be there for you. When everybody else jump off the boat, on you, it's going to be the black woman sitting there right there with you. All right, baby.
I know that's right.
All right, son. All right, little bro. Whatever. It's going to be one of them. So anyway, like I said, I'm so happy that y'all came. I know y'all busy, your bosses, your moms, got a lot of things in your schedule. You took your time out to come be with me, and I appreciate you. I genuinely do.
And I had a great time.
Yeah, well, like I say, man, NeverFold is a garden. Everybody leave with their flowers. I want to make sure y'all left with y'all flowers and let y'all know, you know, the show is about dope people that do dope stuff and y'all dope. You know what I mean? And some people maybe only know one part of y'all story. You know what I mean? So I always like to have my guests here and let them tell their story so people really can understand what they got going on and just to salute y'all for what y'all doing. We need y'all. We need y'all. Remember, no matter how bad the cards you get dealt, you can never fold. Thank you. Till next time, love yours. We out.